What is up, hooligans, and happy freedom. Welcome to another episode of Coffee with Hooligans, where we try to make the news suck a little less. Now, I appreciate all of you guys being here. Klaus Daniels falling off the thing. Either way, we're going to read through the schedule really quick, and then we will be checking on all the chats. So let me know how you hooligans are doing today. Then, of course, we'll be getting everything started. You want to wake up? I'm seeing you falling off your tower here. Jesus, have a medical emergency right at the beginning of the week here. Either way, we're going to be starting off with a video titled Pilots Avoid Mid-Air Collision with B-52 Using Aggressive Maneuvering. Apparently there was a couple incidents with airplanes. It's starting to feel like the going to the moon situation. It's like we forgot how to fly airplanes and shit. We just have lots of problems now. Not flying in a plane anytime soon. Then we got a parking lot presser from Caroline Levitt. It's the closest thing we're going to have to a press briefing today. Then we got a video titled Brett Hankinson, I think his name is, expected to be sentenced today in the Briana Taylor case. I actually thought more people would be upset about that, but I guess not. Then we got a video titled Hunter Biden on the border crossers, and this is a doubly. We got a second video we're going to play. It's Hunter Biden denying that the cocaine at the White House was his. Then we'll be getting into our mid-live break, our funny video halfway through the live. This one's titled Klaus Says Mind Your Business. Then getting back into the news, we got a video titled 3 deputies killed in explosion, X-rayed grenades, thought they were inert before cutting one. This is a follow-up video. They figured out how those officers died in the explosion. It kind of still sounds like a weird excuse, but whatever. Then we got a video titled Absolute BS, Outrage at Dems after border crosser allegedly shoots off-duty CBP agent. This actually has a couple incidents in it. It obviously talks about the off-duty border patrol agent being ambushed and shot by 2 illegals, but it also talks about an illegal in Illinois that was storing a woman's dead body in bleach for almost 2 months. Gotta get these illegals out of the country. Then we got a video titled Epstein's ex-girlfriend Stacy Williams claims that Trump and Epstein were best friends and that Trump groped her. So keeping the Epstein stuff going. Then the last little bit of the news, of course, is Lefty's losing it, and this one's titled WNBA players demand more money from league, losing $40 million hairs a year. Then we'll be getting into the fun stuff. We'll be opening today's door of the Advent Calendar sent to us by Tori Wayne. And we got our 2 funny videos of the day. First one's titled Hunter Bidenoni. And then our official funny video of the day is titled Your Mom Has Competition. All of that's coming up next. But first, we're going to hop in the chat and see how you hooligans are doing on this Manic Monday. What is up, everyone, over on jeffmaclive.com. What's up, Snooks? What's up, Russell? What's up, Zero? What's up, Dan? What's up, Nefties? And what's up, Edward? Happy freedom, you hooligans. Appreciate all of you guys being on the website. And what is up, everyone over on Rumble? Glamour, you were first today. I appreciate you racing the chat, Glamour. What's up, Kevin? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Elder Zoomer? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Ramsey? What's up, Mr. Satan? What's up, Grind? What's up, Appeal to Heaven? Happy freedom, you hooligans. Let me see. What's up, Major? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Wayward? What's up, JT3? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Beck Frank? Happy freedom. What's up, Bright Gaming? And what's up, Mary Todd? Happy freedom, all of you hooligans. Don't forget, hit that like button over on Rumble. See if you can get us on their front page. And what is up, everyone over on Kick? Happy freedom to you. And what is up, everyone over on Twitch? What's up, Lisa? Happy freedom. What's up, TBD? What's up, Southern Eagleman? Happy freedom to you. And what is up, everyone over on the GoofTube? Cheeky Chops, you were first today. Appreciate you racing to the chat. What's up, Mr. Satan? You're omnipresent. Appreciate you. What's up, Tube Steak? Happy freedom. Why is my chat all over the place? What the fuck, YouTube? What's up, Sonny? What's up, Billy? Happy freedom. What's up, Toy Mafia? Happy freedom to you. Why are you putting the rainbow flag in the chat? What is that? Let me see. Do we get everyone? What's up, Spirit Matter? Happy freedom. And what is up, everyone watching on X? I am still trying to figure out the situation about the chat over on X. That's like one of the only things I don't like about Rumble Studio is it doesn't automatically enable the chat on X. So we'll have to figure that out. Either way, we're going to get started on this first video. Like I said, it's titled Pilot Avoids Mid-Air Collision with B-52 Using Aggressive Maneuvering. Now, like I said, they're actually going to mention, oh, maybe they won't. YouTube removed the damn video. Wow, fuck you, YouTube. You just eat a bag of dicks. I'm so tired of your bullshit. You fucking suck, YouTube. You suck fucking dick. 2.5 hours of looking for fucking videos because today is a slow day. And then YouTube's over here deleting the damn videos before we can watch them. Okay, well, I guess move on to the next one. We're going to do the Caroline Levitt parking lot presser. Like I said, this is the closest thing we're going to have to a press briefing today. She's going to be highlighting President Trump's accomplishments over the last 6 months. Why not? Now, before we get into this, I want to remind you, hooligans, we have these Hooligan Strong t-shirts. Now, this design was created by Alistair, and Alistair is a badass in just about everything he does. So I will be posting his link in all of the chats for you hooligans to have the opportunity to hire him for your creative needs, because if you think it, he can create it. Now, this design does come in shirts for men, shirts for women, tank tops for men, tank tops for women, pullover hoodies, zipper hoodies, coffee mugs, dog tags, and we've made steel tumblers out of this design. Today, I got on the plain Jane Jeff Mac t-shirt. We got lots of items and lots of designs over in the merch store. I'll be dropping all the links in the chats while we're watching this first video.
Yesterday, as you all know, we celebrated 6 months of the Trump administration. It's been a pleasure to work with all of you day in and day out here at the White House. 6 months, the most transparent administration in history, if I may add. And I know the president just wanted me to highlight his accomplishments over the past 6 months. As you all remember, because you all covered it on the campaign trail, the president really promised the American people many things. But at the top of that list was to defeat the Biden inflation crisis and to secure our border and our homeland. And I think you've all seen in 6 months' time, the president has delivered on those two core campaign promises. Inflation is now running at a 2.1% annual rate. You look at our southern border, look at the numbers. Just last month, 0 illegal aliens were released into our country. And then look at what the president has done on the world stage. He has ended wars like India and Pakistan. He continues to work aggressively to end the war in Russia and Ukraine. He completely obliterated Iran's nuclear sites. He has continued to hopefully negotiate a ceasefire between Israel and Gaza to end that conflict and release all of the hostages. We've seen many of the hostages released as a result of this president's efforts. And this president is working around the clock every day to deliver on the promises he made. You also look at some of the cultural issues, to abolish DEI from our federal government and our military, to effectively end men and women's sports, which is a huge common sense policy that the American people support. And then if you look at the president's strong executive orders that have effectively ended the chemical castration of young children in our country. Just today, Washington, D.C. Children's Hospital in this city has announced they are no longer going to be prescribing puberty blockers to minors. This is a huge win for America and our children. There's certainly more work to do, and the president is doing it right now, and he will continue for the next 3.5 years. But certainly we've accomplished so much in just 6 months.
All right, Caroline Levitt there giving us a parking lot presser. The guy in the background looked like he was in pain. I don't know what that was about. Let me see if I can pull this back up. Like, why is he making that face? Is he trying to, do you have Taco Bell before the presser? He's just trying to hold it in? It's hard to say. Either way, unless they decide to delete more videos over on YouTube. Next up, we have Brett Hankerson, I think his name is expected to be sentenced Monday, which is today, in the Briana Taylor case. It's coming up next, but first we're going to hop in the chat, see what you hooligans think about Caroline Levitt and her parking lot presser. What's up, Annette? Happy freedom to you. Edward, responding to Zero, can't decide if that shirt is ugly or not. It's something. I'm not even sure what color it is. Edward, it's to hide the huge tits. I don't know. I'm wondering if her boobs are fake. She does a lot of this when she's talking, bouncing in place. Her tits don't move though, so it makes me wonder: are they strapped down like that, or are they not real? Edward, the dude ate some bad KJP. It looked like it. He had stank face. I don't know what that was about. What's up, Sharon's? Happy freedom to you. And Ballyho. Kevin, it's quite chilly for July. That's for sure. Not that I'm complaining. I hate the humidity. It's actually hot here right now. It was nice yesterday, but it's starting to get humid again here. Thank you so much, Patriot Dad, for that $1 donation over on Rumble. Really appreciate you, Patriot Dad. Thank you so much for the support. It says, Happy Freedom Hooligans, officially on vacation for a week. It's Beer 30. That's awesome. Congrats, Patriot Dad. Enjoy your vacation. What's up, Mary Todd? Happy Freedom. Major, Kami 2 blows. For real. For real. What's up, Disco? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Relax? Happy freedom to you. YouTube better not delete any more of my videos. I'm gonna have to start a riot. What's up, Meta? Happy freedom to you. Klaus's golden fur. He used to be all white. He's getting old now. He's a 3-year-old baby, but I guess that means he's 28 in cat years. I just don't accept that. I just don't. He's just a little baby. I keep forgetting the X chat is down. I'm sitting here just looking at a blank chat. Snooks, I think she's just big boobied. It might be. That might be the case. I don't know. We'll have to take a look. Kevin's 57 where you are? Well, it doesn't sound like you like it, but I wish it was 57 here. I wish I could trade places with you. Mary Tachi's breastfeeding, so boobas stay big. I suppose that's true if she's breastfeeding. Beck Frank, Klaus looks just like an old cat from my childhood. He's not that old. There's a lot of age coming up today. I don't know why that is. It's one of these days. Either way, like I said, next up, Brett. I don't know what his name is. Hankinson? That doesn't sound like a cop name. Officer Hankinson? You know he got bullied in school. Either way, he's expected to be sentenced today in the Briana Taylor case. Now, before we get into this, I want to remind you, hooligans, if you'd like to participate in Free Speech Saturday, make sure you post all of your memes over on Discord or on jeffmaclive.com. Just hop in the group chats on either platform. You'll see the tabs labeled memes. Drop what you got and we'll shout you out, as we're making Saturdays more fun. Let's get this pulled up. Now, they do have some mad people about this. I don't know if you guys remember, but when we were covering the riots every single day back in 2020, if they weren't talking about George Floyd, they were talking about Briana Taylor. And so I imagined that there would be people out in the streets about this, being all mad because, well, they may not feel that this is real justice for Briana Taylor. But nope, there's only like 6 people outside that are mad, so I don't know, maybe America's healing. Hit that like button over on Rumble as well as the Commie Tube, and let's get into this.
Our big story today, former LMPD detective Brett Hankison is set to be sentenced in federal court. In 2024, Hankison was found guilty of violating Briana Taylor's civil rights during the deadly 2020 police raid on her apartment. Then just last week, the DOJ recommended no prison time for Hankison, just probation. Gabe Gonzalez is breaking it down. The reaction, Gabe, from Kentucky leaders and Louisville civil rights activists.
Hey, good morning, Grace. People we spoke to last week called the DOJ's recommendation of no prison time a slap in the face. The DOJ said it based their recommendations on Hankison's lack of a criminal record, emotional distress, and PTSD from the media coverage of his trial. Last week, Mayor Craig Greenberg and Governor Andy Beshear said Hankison should face serious jail time. You'll remember, in 2020, Taylor's case brought Louisvillians to the streets during the Black Lives Matter protests. Local activists in Louisville shared how they feel now.
And we think something's bad, and that's the worst it can be, then something else pops in.
It's a real slap in the face. I feel like the hands of time have been turned back.
I am not at all shocked with this Department of Justice that we are currently under.
Hankison was found guilty by a federal jury in November of 2024 for violating Taylor's civil rights by using excessive force and firing shots into her apartment. That same night, 3 of Taylor's neighbors were also home, including a pregnant woman. Hankison's shots went into their apartment as well, but he was found not guilty of violating their rights. At Hankison's sentencing today, Trump-appointed federal judge Rebecca Grady Jennings will determine what time, if any, he will serve.
All right. Now, my favorite part of that whole video is how they say that he's guilty of infringing on Briana Taylor's civil rights because he recklessly shot into her apartment. But he also recklessly shot into 2 other people's apartments, and one of them was pregnant. But their civil rights weren't infringed upon, even though it's the same exact action. That literally makes no sense. So fucking stupid. But either way, at least they're wrapping it up finally. I know, like, taking care of 2020 problems here in 2025. I mean, why not? Why not? Justice is slow as shit. Just no point in relying on it. Next up, Hunter Biden. We got a doubly here. First one's Hunter Biden on the border crossers, where he talks about how white people suck a lot. They just the worst. They're the fucking worst. And then the second video is Hunter Biden denies the cocaine being his, talking about the cocaine that was left at the White House in the little cubby. Both those videos are coming up next, but first we're going to read through the chat, see what you hooligans think about this cop being sentenced because of what happened with Briana Taylor. Russell, I'm not gonna read that out loud. I'll just save you the trouble. Zero, Briana shouldn't have opened the door and not harbored a criminal. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of choices she could have made differently. Edward, Briana Taylor was a criminal and so was her boyfriend. I never heard about her actually doing anything, but I know her boyfriend was some piece of shit. And then I think he also like had shot at the officers or something, triggering them to shoot back at him, shooting in the apartment and killing her. Maybe if she wasn't dating a piece of shit, she'd still be alive. What's up, Hair Juicer? Happy Freedom. Hair Juicer. Damn, you're early as fuck. I mean, I guess technically I was 2 hours late, but I'm trying. Hey, thank you for being with us, Annette. Edward, boob milk is nasty. Yes, and it smells bad. I don't know. It just is the way it is. Snugs, her baby's over a year old. I doubt she's still breastfeeding. Some people breastfeed their kids until they go to fucking college. I've seen all kinds of shit. It's like those same people who are like, oh, my kid's only 37 months old or whatever the fuck. Like, I don't know. Some people just can't watch their kids grow up. Thanks for being with us, Dan. What's up, Craig Kiss? What's up, Pumpkin? Happy Freedom. What's up, Boost of Flames? Happy Freedom to you. Back, Frank, you can never read what Russell says. I'm just saving Russell the embarrassment. Kevin, if everybody who was involved was white, you wouldn't be hearing about it. Yeah, the news wouldn't talk about it. It's true. What's up, My Feed? Happy Freedom to you. What's up, MU? Happy Freedom to you. What's up, Enter User? Happy Freedom. What's up, Jay White? Happy Freedom to you. Chris, an 8-year-old crawling up on mama's lap and taking her shirt. But taking off her shirt? No. Yeah, there's lots of that. I don't know. I think if your kid can walk and talk and do shit like that, they shouldn't be still on the boob, you know? There should be limitations. I don't know. I think that stuff is weird. I think it's weird. I think after a certain age, you're kind of like breaking the law. But I don't know. Not everybody feels that way. What's up, Bill Clay? Happy Freedom to you. Appeal to heaven. Open your mind. Things are different ways in different places. In reference to what? Snooks, don't teeth on the nips. On the nips hurt? No, some people like that stuff. Some people want you to try and just chew it off. Russell, why is Beck Frank not on the site? I don't know. You'll have to go visit her over on Rumble and ask her. Edward, you break the law? Break the law? How did I break the law? Appeal to having kids sucking on mama's tits? I don't know. I'm not open-minded to that shit. I'm just not. I understand that like kids need nutrients and shit, but you don't think it's like kind of a perversion if you got like a 6 or a 7-year-old walking up, whipping your titty out while you're making dinner and just drinking right off the tit? You don't think that that's wrong, that you're at that point you're exposing yourself to a child? I mean, would you pull your tits out in front of your 14-year-old and let them just drink off the boobs? At what point are you like preying on your own children? Because I think there's a limit. Enter user, poor kid sipping on a nipple ring, smells like cheese and it tastes like pennies. Jeez, it's not Saturday, but you guys are pushing me today. I'm doing all right, Meta. How are you doing? What's up, MB? Happy Freedom to you. What's up, Prolapse? Happy Freedom. That is that is quite the name there. What's up, J Drob? Happy Freedom to you. It was Kamala's sugar booger. Yeah, I think so. What's up, Corey Luca? What's up, Yukon Man? Happy Freedom. What's up, Rodney? Happy Freedom to you. Corey Luca. I remember she got fired from her job because she was driving around with a dead body. Who are you talking about, Corey Luca? I don't remember anything about that. Edward, you break the law because you get nips? Well, I'm not drinking from my mom's tits at 36 years old. What's up, Godspeed? Happy freedom to you. All right, Hooligans, we're going to move forward. Like I said, we're going to play both these back to back. Both of it is Hunter Biden being interviewed, which I don't know why anybody would interview him. He's a crackhead. But either way, the first one's titled Hunter Biden on Border Crossers. And then he's going to be talking about cocaine, his favorite vegetable. Are we not able to rewind this? There we go. Anyways, like I said, this first one is Hunter Biden on Border Crossers. Hit that like button if you haven't already. And let's get into this.
We sit here and we talk about the one guy because there's a clear legal path to being able to get him back. What about all those other people? Am I not supposed to feel for someone? Am I going to be like all these Democrats say, you have to talk about and realize that people are really upset about illegal immigration. Fuck you. How do you think your hotel room gets cleaned? How do you think you got food on your fucking table? Who do you think washes your dishes? Who do you think does your fucking garden? Who do you think is here by the fucking sheer fucking just grit and will that they figured out a way to get here because they thought that they could give themselves and their family a better chance. And he's somehow convinced all of us that these people are the fucking criminals? White men in America are 45 more times likely to commit a fucking violent crime than an immigrant. And the media says, well, you got David Axelrod and, Rahm fucking Emanuel. So fucking smart, Rahm Emanuel. And so we got to understand that these people are really mad. And we got to appeal to these white voters. Rahm, the only people that fucking appealed to those fucking white voters was Joe Biden, 81 years old. And he got 81 million votes, and he did not because he appeased their fucking Trumpian sense, but because he challenged it. And he said, you can be an 81-year-old Catholic from fucking Scranton that doesn't understand it, but still has empathy for transgender people and immigrants. And then nobody said, oh, Joe Biden's going to turn us into a socialist state, no matter how much they said it. But these guys think that we need to run away from all values in order for us to lead. I say, fuck you. How are we getting those people back from fucking El Salvador? Because I'll tell you what, if I became president in 2 years from now, or 4 years from now, or 3 years from now, I would pick up the phone and call the fucking president of El Salvador and say, you either fucking send them back or I'm gonna fucking invade. It's a fucking crime what they're doing.
Okay, Hunter Biden there going off the rails about how white people suck. That's too bad. Like I said, it's a doubly, so we got another clip of this interview that he did here. I don't know who this guy is that's interviewing him or why they thought this would be a good idea. At least it's entertaining because we know that he doesn't hold any water over here. He's just a crackhead. This, once again, is titled Hunter Biden Denies the Cocaine Being His.
They're opening up an investigation to cocaine that was found in a cubby outside the West Wing of the White House.
I think it was Don Jr.? Yeah. Oh, you're talking about old White House?
Yeah, when my dad was there.
Oh, so they just got to blame you automatically.
Yeah, I mean, they're literally going to do an FBI, another congressional investigation, because they've convinced themselves that it had to be me, that there was a little tiny. And I guess my point of even bringing it up is that no. I have been clean and sober since June of 2019, and I have not touched a drop of alcohol or a drug, and I'm incredibly, incredibly proud of that.
And why would you bring cocaine to the White House?
Why would I bring cocaine to the White House, stick it into a cubby outside the Situation Room in the West Wing when I wasn't there? Anyway, this is who the fuck knows?
And politicians, I mean, they do blow, right?
They're opening up an investigation to cocaine that was found.
Okay. Like I said, Hunter Biden off the rails here. Stupid. He says he's been clean since June of 2019. We know that's bullshit. He was up on the balcony with old man Walter and Jill Handler doing bumps with, I'm pretty sure there was kids up there. I don't know. Either way, lying his face off. Again, they must have been interviewing him for entertainment purposes because he isn't worth much more than that. Next up, we got our midlife break. Klaus says, mind your business. Then getting back into the news, 3 deputies killed in an explosion of X-rayed grenades. Thought they were inert before cutting one open. Finally got the details on those 3 officers blowing themselves up. It's kind of interesting either way. It's coming up next. First, we're going to hop in the chat, see what you hooligans think about Hunter Biden. What's up, Lefties? Happy freedom, bad liar. Yeah, I agree. Oh, badass hair juicer. Heck yeah. Got the Screaming Goat shirt. Edward, kids for Joe, bumps for Junior. Yeah, something like that. Russell, Hunter Biden needs to be completely shaved and then given a blanket party and thrown in a dumpster. Just dispose of him as garbage. Zero, well, maybe in Richie Rich life they need illegals. Regular people don't need illegals. Yeah, and I think it's funny how the Democrats always bring that up. They're like, who's going to scrub the toilets? Who's going to pick the crops? Like, buddy, you guys are not making the right arguments here. Like, not at all. Hair juicer. Damn, I thought I had a dirty mouth. You talking about Hunter Biden saying the fuck word every other word? I've been told pretty much since I was 16 that that's how I talk. Every other word's the fuck word. I try to calm it down while I'm live. But you should see what Klaus has to witness. Zero, Hunter looking like the hunted. Yeah. Well, he's the only one that doesn't have to worry about his pardon. Oh, hair juicer, I totally forgot. No, I didn't. I totally forgot. And I remembered when I was laying down to go to sleep. Of course, that doesn't matter when you wake up and you're supposed to go to the fucking post office. Damn it, hair juicer. No, I'll make a reminder right now. I will go to the post office tomorrow as soon as I get up. Thank you for reminding me, hair juicer. I fucked up. That happens sometimes. Anyways, let me see. Oh yeah, like I was saying, Hunter Biden's the only one that got a pardon from old man Walter that doesn't have to worry about it, because everybody's pardon was signed by the auto pen except for his. His was actually signed, handwritten signature by old man Walter, by his daddy. And so yeah, no matter what, Hunter Biden, he's pardoned. But I really wish they would do something with the auto pen and void out all those pardons and half the shit that old man Walter auto penned, but I don't think they're going to. They're doing this whole hearing thing and whatever, but I think it's going to amount to a whole bunch of nothing. What's up, CLB? Happy freedom to you. What's up, J-Dog? Happy freedom to you. Patriot Dad, I swear like a drunken sailor, but I still don't swear in front of my daughter, just my thing. Yeah. I don't really swear in front of my mom. I haven't seen her in a long time. But whenever I see her, I try not to swear. She was the first one to tell me that. She's like, geez, every other word out of your mouth is fuck, when I was a teenager. Now I don't say anything in front of her. MU, they just mean slave, or they just want slaves. Yeah, you're right, MU. And that's every time you bring up border crossers, first they talk about is who's going to pick the crops and who's going to scrub the toilets, because that's all they think of those people. So Jay White, happy freedom. Jay White, my favorite crackhead. Oh, Hunter Biden. Mm-hmm. Way where he talks like his dad. He does talk like his dad. He even like stammers like his dad. He's like, I like, I don't know. And I'm trying to think what else. He has kind of a nasally voice. I don't know. He does sound like old man Walter. Godspeed, Hunter Biden is a pathological liar. Well, yeah, he's a drug addict. Drug addicts are the people who like lie to their parents while they're stealing their jewelry and emptying their bank account and shit. They're the worst of the worst. Not necessarily as being an active negativity in your life, unless you're related to these fucking people. You know, having child molesters and murderers as family members are much worse. But they're awful when it comes to being deceitful. They're not capable of telling the truth because they live in a delusional state because they're drug addicts. I've dated a lot of drug addicts. Don't do that. It's bad advice. It's not bad advice. It's good advice. Don't date drug addicts. MU, I don't think he was ever clean or is clean. I don't think he is either. I think he has to say that for like legal reasons. Because I think when he went to court and stuff, part of him being in court was he had to maintain being sober and stuff because they put all the blame on drugs and alcohol. Oh, you lied on a gun application? Oh, you're a poor little drug addict? That's because the Democrats have tricked the world into thinking it's a disease. It's not a fucking disease. You made bad choices and now you're addicted. That's it. It's not a disease. Like, you might as well say that like being a pedophile is a disease. It's fucking not. You're just out here making bad choices and that's it. Nobody likes being held accountable. Patriot Dad Hunter's handlers got doged. He's on the rails. Yeah. And they took away his Secret Service protection. What's up, Ghostly? Happy freedom. Oh, Kevin, I got it. Which button is it now? Is it this? Shut up, bitch. Yeah, see? I got it. I just forgot to use it. You're right, Kevin. Thanks for reminding me. You can't be that damn tired. Pokey cat. Kevin, there's a Pokemon Go concert on now. It's till 8 p.m. They remixed a bunch of songs. Is that on Pokemon Go? I've been trying to get back into it, but I don't have time, and it's driving me nuts. Pumpkin, I never got to say what I wanted to Hunter because I never had him in front of me. Yeah, Pumpkin, I wonder. I wonder what you would say. Zero, who picked the crops and scrubbed the toilets before illegals? Oh, right, American teenagers learning how to work. Dur. Yeah, exactly. Meta, drug addicts lie to themselves. Yeah. They got an itch they can't scratch. What's up, Tony Rich? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Wes? Happy freedom to you. What about Adam Schiff? I don't know what they're going to do with Adam Schiff. We'll see. I know President Trump keeps bringing him up, but we won't know until people start going to jail. Drob. Let's IRL. You can go to the post office right now. No, they're closed. I thought about it, but they're closed. The post office here closes at like 4, and the only person that seems to work there is Roxanne, and Roxanne hates my guts. If we went in there live, it would be considered evidence, but either way. What's up, Goth? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Ron? Happy freedom to you. Like father, like son, both liars. Absolutely. Well, that's where Hunter learned it from. Hunter makes bad choices as an adult, but obviously he wasn't raised right. What's up, Southern Man? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Grateful Ed? Happy freedom to you. It's probably Kamala's. Yeah, that's what a lot of people are saying. What's up, T. Lawton? Happy freedom. Hunter sounds like a fruit. Yeah, he does. He's got a little lisp. He's flipping his wrists around a little bit there. He's a little flamboyant. What's up, Mother Rat? Happy freedom to you. Appeal to Evan, Dr. Joe was Hunter's babysitter at one point. Make that make sense? Yeah. Kevin, I'll check it out after the live. Thank you for letting me know. Did they already do Pokemon Fest? Because that should be coming up too if it hasn't passed already. I keep missing it. Either way, we're going to move forward here. Zero, you should bring her a box of chocolates. Who, Roxanne? They're going to say it's a suspicious package and then call the police on me. That's what would fucking happen. Roxanne would throw herself on the ground and tell him I punched her or some shit. She's just too much. Either way, moving forward here, like I said, we got our mid-live break, and then next in the news, we got a follow-up video on the 3 deputies that blew themselves up last week. Now, before we get into this, I want to remind you, hooligans, that if you would like to join the membership program over on Rumble and become an official hooligan, all you have to do is click that big red subscribe button right below where you type in the chat. Now, if you're on Android and using the Rumble app, you're unable to see that big red subscribe button. So you got to go to rumble.com, come to the live, hop in the chat, and like I said, right below where you type in the chat, you will see that big red subscribe button. Click that button and jump through the hoops, and your name will be highlighted as an official Rumble hooligan. You'll have access to our custom emojis. We got chapstick emojis, screaming goat emojis, Klaus Daniels emojis, President Trump emojis, and more. It's a lot of fun during the live, especially during a Trump live. So definitely go join the membership program over on Rumble. Let's get into our mid-live break here. First funny video of the day, halfway through. This is titled, Klaus Says, Mind Your Business. Hold on a second. Apparently TikTok's having a fucking stroke. Are you not going to be able to play the video? Don't do this to me. What a day I'm having. They broke my damn video. Jesus loves us. Yeah, they broke the fucking video. What a day. I cannot believe it. Second video to eat shit in the same live. Hold on, let me clear my history shit. Maybe that'll help. I don't know. It's not me, it's them. Let's try it again. Nope, video just freezes right in the same place. What a bunch of assholes. Well, either way, we'll play this other video. Zero tagged me in a video. I see somebody's praying against me today. Where's the video that I was tagged in? Thank you, Hooligans, for sharing out the live. I appreciate you guys. Is it Brave Browser? Is Brave Browser having a fucking stroke today? Nobody's gonna be happy till I'm pissed off and drinking. Well, we're gonna think of what to call this. Zero tagged me in this, so this was provided by Zero, and we're gonna call this, I don't know, Obama. All right. Moving forward, back into the news. Like I said, we got a follow-up video here with the 3 officers that blew themselves up last week. This is titled, 3 deputies killed in an explosion of X-rayed grenades. Thought they were inert before cutting one open. I can't believe they cut that damn cat video. What a bunch of bastards. Either way, hit that like button if you haven't already, and let's get into this.
The LA County Sheriff's Department is now trying to determine how 3 deputies were killed on Friday during an explosion at a training facility. The deputies who were killed are being remembered for their decades of service. KTLA's Eric Spillman live in East LA with more. Eric, good morning.
Well, good morning, Frank. We're getting some new information about what may have led up to the explosion that killed those 3 sheriff's deputies. It comes from a source connected to the Sheriff's Homicide Bureau. It is unconfirmed. We've not been able to confirm it. However, here is what the source is saying. On Thursday of last week, members of the Sheriff's Arson Explosives Detail were called to an apartment building in Santa Monica to dispose of 2 military grenades that were found there. Apparently, they had been kept there by a former member of the U.S. military who stole them during their training. Now, according to the source, the deputies recovered the grenades, X-rayed them on the scene, and believed that they were inert. They then loaded them onto their truck and drove them back here to East LA, where their unit is headquartered. Now, our source says the following morning, here in East LA at the Biscay Luz Center, the deputies in the Arson Explosives Unit, believing that the grenades were inert, in other words, that they would not explode because the items had already been X-rayed. Our source... Excuse me while that fire truck goes by. They believed that they would not explode because they'd already been X-rayed. Our source says these deputies decided to cut one of the grenades in half as a training exercise in order to examine and show what was inside of it. That is when the device exploded, killing the 3 deputies. So, according to the source, it was a tragic mistake or accident that caused those 3 men to lose their lives. Again, this is coming from a source within the Sheriff's Department. I spoke to Sheriff's Headquarters Bureau just moments ago. They're not able to confirm the source's information. They say the explosion is still under investigation. They are not able to comment. Now, the deputies who were killed had a combined 74 years of experience in the Sheriff's Department. Joshua Kelly Eklund became a deputy in 2006. He leaves behind a wife and 7 children. Detective Victor Lemus joined the Sheriff's Department in 2003. He was married and a father of 3 daughters. Detective William Osborne was a longtime arson investigator who has worked for the department since 1992. He leaves behind a wife and 6 children. We've been asking about whether there will be a public memorial for these 3 deputies. Plans for that have not yet been announced, but if they do have such a thing, such a ceremony, a public ceremony, and I believe they will, they're going to need a very large venue because a lot of people have been very much saddened by what happened and they would want to attend such an event. We'll send it back to you.
Okay, so finally got our cause of explosion there. Maybe once, this might be our first follow-up video on this topic here. They were telling us everything except for how the explosion happened, and then it was also kind of weird how, I don't know, the rest of the police officers just didn't seem that sad to lose 3 of their own. Normally they're like crying all over each other and shit like a bunch of nuns, but they were not like that in this situation. I couldn't figure out why. It made me suspicious that they set them up for failure, but now it sounds like ignorance. Like, okay, you had grenades, you x-rayed them, you thought they were inert, and then you decided, let's cut one of these fuckers open, and we'll call it a training exercise so we can get paid to do it. And then blew themselves up. And I imagine it probably went something like that. Like, hey, did you guys know you can cut these things open? And they're like, no, for real? Like, yeah, just come on, just get on the clock, and I'll show you. I'm going to cut it open, and I'll show you guys what's inside. And they're like, all right, that sounds cool. I'll meet you after lunch. And they're like, all right, and they show up, and they're farting and laughing and pointing at hot chicks and shit. And then they're like, all right, let's do the thing, and then blew themselves up. That's what's going on in my brain, because why cut it open? Why do that? What was the point of that? What's the exercise? When do you need to cut a grenade in half? What's the protocol on that? I mean, you couldn't ask these guys because they didn't do it correctly, but either way, next up, absolute BS outrage at Dems after border crosser allegedly shoots off-duty CBP agent. In this video, they're actually going to talk about 2 situations. One where an illegal in Illinois was storing a woman's dead body in bleach for almost 2 months. And then they're going to be talking about this off-duty border patrol agent that was ambushed by 2 illegals and was shot in the arm and shot in the face, and he is expected to survive. It's coming up next, but first we're going to hop in the chat, see what your hooligans think about these 3 officers that blew themselves up because they decided to cut a grenade in half. Russ, all you need to do is unscrew the detonator and drain the powder. See, I don't understand what they were trying to accomplish. And I just wonder, like, if they think the grenades were inert, does that mean that, like, the whatever causes a spark was removed? Because you would assume that there would still be explosive ingredients inside the grenade, so you would think cutting into the grenade could trigger that. You know, same reasons why you don't cut into a gas tank that's full of gas, right? Zero, that's like 16 kids without a dad anymore. Yeah, and that is crazy how many kids each of those cops had. You could tell they were making good money because they could afford to have children and shit. Edward, she wants you to pet the cat. I see that, Edward. Zero, it's so sad. It is sad. I don't know. I just don't understand. They talk about it so nonchalantly. Yeah, they were trying to cut a grenade in half when it happened. Why? Why were they doing that? And I don't think they'll ever tell us that. Zero, x-raying or grenade will make it inert, huh? They were talking about it like that, like x-raying the grenade just makes it a dud. I'm not sure that that's what they were talking. I'm not sure that that's specifically what they were saying, or if they were saying that they x-rayed the grenades and deem them as inert. They were saying, like, based on the x-rays, we think that these are no longer a threat. Like, sometimes you can get like military memorabilia or whatever, and every once in a while you'll come across grenades, but they don't have any guts in them. They took all the guts out, so you just got the shell of a grenade, but it's like a real grenade, and some people will pay money for that kind of stuff. I can't think of what they're called, like military surplus stores and stuff like that. So maybe they were doing that. Maybe they x-rayed it and they were like, oh, these have been discharged or whatever, they're not a threat anymore. Or maybe x-raying them does somehow disable a grenade. I don't really know. I think it's weird how they kind of just brushed over what they said in the beginning of the story too, is that they were found in an apartment. They just randomly found grenades in an apartment, and they were like, yeah, he stole them when he was active duty. And it's like, how'd you do that? Like, how did you steal grenades? How'd you walk out with grenades and nobody noticed? Picture dead boobies. Maybe Bobby will hear me, Pumpkin. Where's Bobby been? It's been a while, Pumpkin. I miss Bobby. Yeah, we got to type boobies in the chat. I don't know where Bobby went. Pumpkin, it doesn't sound like something a person would do. Yeah, I don't understand. Like, when is it the right time to cut a grenade in half? Appeal to heaven. Let's see, that's weird. Did they not have on bomb suits before cutting a bomb in half? That's what I just don't get it. I just don't get why they would do that. You know, even as a training activity, like, why? What are you training for? What's up, Keep It Salty? Happy Freedom. Pumpkin, you almost burnt the bacon? Well, don't do that. That's racist. Back Frank praying for their families. Yeah, absolutely. JY, President Trump, the king of trolls. Yeah, he is. Yeah, and they said that Trump posted that video. There's I've seen that video a lot today, that one we just played with Obama, and I haven't gone to see it for myself, but there was a lot of suggestions and quotes and screen recordings and stuff suggesting that President Trump actually posted that video himself. He probably didn't generate the video, but he posted it. All of you hooligans summoning Bobby. Snooks, why even cut a grenade in half? It makes no sense. Yeah, I just don't get it. Met a grenade without a charge. A friend had one. Yeah, I've seen grenades like that, but never wanted to cut one in half. What's up, Stern? Happy freedom to you. Maybe the one cop was not happy to be alive. It could be, but he shouldn't have taken his, his fellow officers with him. So Plukester, happy freedom. Momentary lack of reason. Maybe, could be. So Rich, happy freedom to you. It makes me wonder if x-raying explosives tells you whether or not they're active, and they believe that these were inactive, so they decided to cut them open, then maybe they should be concerned about how effective x-raying explosives are as a whole, like just in general. Maybe they're in possession of other explosives that they believe are not a threat, when in reality, they are still a threat. What's up, Jesse? Happy freedom to you. What's up, DB Cooper? Happy freedom to you. Did they say what type of grenade it was? No, I don't. They said it was a military grenade. That was how they labeled it. What's up, Mr. Lynn? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Mana? Happy freedom. What's up, Jeff S? Jeff S, you can research LAPD bomb truck explosion. They don't have good records. I don't know. I try not to type anything related to explosives or bombs into my browser. I try not to do that. What's up, White Mountain? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Wrestler Town? Military doesn't take inventory on grenades? I guess not. So you just gotta load your pockets up while you're there and you'll be good to go. What's up, MW? Happy freedom. What's up, Robert? Happy freedom to you. Goth. I thought they had to explode all explosives no matter what. Maybe they do. You know, it's probably not safe to have a warehouse full of deactivated explosives. So maybe they do detonate them, you know, in a safe way or whatever, dispose of them. And maybe that's why they decided, maybe that's why they're calling this like a training accident. They wanted to cut a grenade in half for training purposes as like an excuse to not blow them up, right? Like instead of just detonate these explosives that they had found, let's turn it into a training exercise. Although the training exercise didn't go the way they thought, instead of cutting a grenade in half, now they've learned don't cut grenades in half, you know. So either way, training was done, I suppose, but it's a very weird story. Either way, next up, absolute BS. Outrage as Dems after border crosser allegedly shoots off-duty CBP agent. And like I said, they're going to be talking about two different situations in this video. One is obviously about the Border Patrol agent being shot and ambushed by these two illegals that they suspect was trying to rob him. And then the second incident is a border crosser in Illinois that was storing a woman's dead body in a container of bleach for almost 2 months before they discovered it. Either way, hit that like button over on Rumble as well as the CommentTube, and let's get into this.
How can sanctuary cities exist in America? They literally are giving violent illegal immigrants the protection to harm and even kill Americans. At this hour, 3 illegal immigrants are in custody for horrific crimes in Democrat-led cities. The violence is fueling even more criticism of soft-on-crime policies, which perpetrate a dangerous new chapter of catch and release. I'm Harris Faulkner. You are in the Faulkner Focus. In Chicago, police arrested an illegal alien for allegedly hiding a woman's body in a bleach-filled container for nearly 2 months. Investigators say they believe she died of a drug overdose. The suspect, again, was here illegally, but under Illinois law, nothing apparently was enough to hold him. He was let go after his first court appearance just this spring. Now the feds have him in ICE custody. And in sanctuary New York City, 2 illegals are in custody for shooting an off-duty Border Patrol officer. One of those suspects was previously deported and was arrested 4 times before this happened. He was released without bail every single time. Here's Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem.
There's absolutely zero reason that someone who is scum of the earth like this should be running loose on the streets of New York City. I'm calling on every single mayor in Sanctuary City and Sanctuary governor to change their policies and to change their tactics right now. Their job is to take an oath to protect the public, to protect families that are out there every single day trying to provide for each other and to try to live the American dream, and they want to do so safely in their own communities.
Secretary Noem, and you see off her left shoulder, right screen, was the border czar, Tom Homan. They're both here with their teams and have visited already that Border Patrol officer who is in the hospital. Tom Homan describing it as just heartbreaking. Well, President Trump is summing it up this way. Crime in American cities started to significantly rise when they went to cashless bail. The worst criminals are flooding our streets and endangering even our great law enforcement officers. It is a complete disaster and must be ended immediately. The New York Post cover today. Land of the free, referencing a criminal illegal. CB Cotton in New York City reporting the details. CB.
Okay. So they just pretty much make everything redundant after that point in the video there. Either way, like I said, talking about 2 different incidences where these border crosser monsters are still preying on us, saying that There was an illegal in Illinois, I think I said Wisconsin, in Illinois that had a woman's body stored in bleach for almost 2 months. And then the other situation, an off-duty Border Patrol agent was ambushed in an attempted robbery. He was shot in the arm, and then he was shot again in the face. He was able to shoot back and then went to the hospital. He is expected to survive, which is pretty crazy, but you can kind of see in the clip, it's a little blurry, but they just walk up on him and let him have it. Like, they don't think twice about it. We talk about this stuff a lot in the voice chat about how we perceive evil as like angry faces. Like, when somebody's attacking you, they're baring their teeth, they're mad looking, angry faces. These illegals will kill you with a smile. They're used to seeing death. They're used to being violent. So they may not portray this mad face that we always think of in our mind when we think someone's attacking you, they're going to have an aggressive expression. But we freeze in place when we're attacked by somebody who does not show that expression. It's confusing to us because of how we portray an evil encounter and stuff. We talk about that a lot in the voice chat. And so it's easy for them to prey on us because they walk up with a smile and it makes us let our guard down. And then they just let us have it. Shoot us in the face or kidnap us. Or like in Lake and Riley, right? They beat her in the head with a rock after pulling her off the path. So it's like they don't even think twice. They just let you have it. And we're not prepared, living in our society the way we do, to take on monsters like that, at least not the majority of us. And that's why we got to get these illegals out of here. And we got a long way to go. I mean, it's nice, you know, what Tom Homan's doing and all of that. And we got Alligator Alcatraz and all of that. And it's to expedite illegals to being deported. They're expected to be there 48 hours at a time to go in, get their due process, and then get deported and sent back wherever the hell they came from or whatever country will take them. But we need to get those numbers up. They're saying about 3,000 illegals are being deported a day, but Tom Homan was saying last week or the week before we need to be more about 7,500 illegals being deported every day, and I don't think we're hitting those numbers yet. And of course the Democrats are all mad about the mass deportation, even though we have yet to hit Obama's numbers, so they're just squawking for the sake of squawking. Next up, we got an interesting video that came out in the last 24 hours, but hardly anyone's talking about it, which may be a good thing because these could be hollow accusations. But this is titled, Epstein's ex-girlfriend Stacy Williams claims Trump and Epstein were best friends and that Trump groped her. It's coming up next, but first we're going to hop in the chat, see what you hooligans think about these border crossers preying on Americans, and not just Americans, but shooting this Border Patrol agent in the face and then again in the arm. I'm sorry, I'm all out of fucks to give, but here's a rat's ass. Yeah, there you go. Russell, the bullet's still lodged in the officer's neck. Oh, damn. Zero, the bleach bath dude was let go. What the fuck? Yeah. That's how it goes. Catch and release. Russell, I wonder what type of grenade, an apple or a pineapple. They might have other stories might have details on that. They didn't say anything about that in the video we covered. What's up, Matt Rogers? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Muskie Boss? Happy freedom to you. Muskie Boss, the bullshit going on in the States gives me little hope for Canuckistan. Yeah, I don't know, and it's not just us. It's not just North America. It's happening everywhere. The UK is going through this shit. Like, all of Europe is going through this shit. They got border crossers there, and it's very similar. It's our government is allowing an invasion because if they don't, then they're worried about being called racist. And that's just what they're selling you. That's the psyop. They know what they're doing. They know that they're letting in monsters, and they know that they're safe from them. They walk around with Secret Service. They got private security. Their security's carrying automatic weapons and shit that is not accessible to the public. They're going to be A-OK no matter how many illegal monsters they allow in the country. And again, not just North America, but pretty much worldwide, any civilized country is allowing in uncivilized people. And they're saying, well, if we don't, then we're a bunch of racists. But deep down, they're just watching their people get eaten alive because they know that they're safe from it. And so they will be able to benefit from their own people being shrunk down in numbers. If there is less of you, you are easier to control. And if they replace you with illegals who do not have natural rights of citizenship in whatever country they're invading, well, they're less likely to be offended when the government shows up to step on your rights. And I mean, like I said, this is a global thing happening. This isn't just here. In Europe, it's really bad. In parts of Canada, it's really bad. And it's getting bad here, too. But I don't know. We'll see. Because at the same time, we keep hearing about, this mass deportation and they're working so hard to get the illegals out and all this shit. But then every step of the way, district judges are standing up. Even after the Supreme Court said that they need to stop, they're still standing up and trying to stagger and stifle the progress of mass deportation. So we'll just see. Time will tell, and that's all we got. Crit Kiss, immigration replacement for capture and control evil globalist pricks. Yep, absolutely. It's a puffin' stuff. Happy freedom to you. So trainers need training, obviously. Well, they did. They're not with us anymore, but yeah. They better not be cutting open any more grenades anytime soon. I know that. What's up, DEFCON? Happy freedom. What's up, Dennis? Happy freedom to you. I treat a weapon as if it is loaded. I would think grenades would be the same. Yeah, that's how I am too. I don't know. Cutting a grenade in half, that would have never crossed my mind. Meta deputies became complacent. Maybe, but since it came from the military, you would think that they would have been extra careful. Yeah. It's unclear exactly what they were thinking when they decided to do that. Lisa, ask Alec Baldwin what he would have done with the grenade. He'd have threw it. He'd have threw it. What's up, Cheeky Chops? Happy freedom. What's up, Rhyme Time? Happy freedom to you. Jeff has the Bleach Boy. I think at the end is said the ice has him. Let me see. Did it say what his name is? Because we could just Google it really quick. It might have said what his name was. Yeah, he's in ICE custody. Luis Mendoza Gonzalez. He's 52 years old. He's being charged with concealing a body of a missing woman in a storage container in his yard for 2 months, abusing her corpse, and obstruction of justice. Yeah, so he's being detained right now. This is from the Homeland Security website. "37-year-old victim Megan Bros in a container in Mendoza's yard in April after she had been reported missing since March 9th. Oh yeah. Hold on. Her body was found decapitated in a bleach storage container by officers. Mendoza was charged in April. However, Lake County Judge Randy Bruno released him from custody at the conclusion of his court appearance, where he was immediately allowed to freely roam the Chicago streets. Let me see. No, that was before. It says this criminally illegal alien is currently being held in the Lake County Jail in Waukegan, Illinois. And then down here it talks about Kristi Noem complaining about how everything sucks just like we do. Huh. Yeah, I don't know. But there, that's a good example, right? This guy gets cut loose after being not only illegal but a piece of shit, and then, you know, he got picked up again. But we'll see what they do, because it's not saying anything about deporting him. So time will tell if accountability and justice decides to ever come back after left to go get those packs of smokes. Anyways, like I said, next up we got Epstein's ex-girlfriend pointing fingers at President Trump. Coming up next. What's up, guess some? Happy freedom? What does that say, guess some? It's a medal. Happy freedom? Fuck our justice system. Yeah, it's not justice. Appeal to heaven, the judge needs to be held accountable as well. Absolutely. If they started holding these judges accountable for the people they let loose, judges would make better decisions. Guess I'm abusing corpse? Yeah, that was how they put it. Go say, I bet he listed as white when they arrested him. Could be. Jeff has, these are the judge types that we have to deal with. Well, they're definitely not making our streets any safer. I know that. What's up, Dirk Diggler? Happy freedom? The deep state's new fake is Epstein's ex? Yeah, I guess. She's about to say some crazy shit. Trump groped me 45 years ago. She's about to say something crazy like that. Either way, let's go ahead and get into this. Like I said, Epstein's ex-girlfriend, Stacy Williams, claims that Trump and Epstein were best friends and that Trump groped her. Now, before we get into this, I want to remind you, hooligans, that our friend Larry is really in need of our help. Our friend Larry needs a kidney transplant, so I put together a page on the website for him that has all of his details and information, as well as links that can help him out. So if you think you can help our friend Larry, please check out this link. It'll take you to all his details and info. Alright, hooligans, getting into this next one here. Like I said, supposed ex-girlfriend of Jeffrey Epstein is pointing fingers at President Trump. Hit that like button if you haven't already, and let's get into this.
Number 27, I'm Donald Trump's 27 sexual assault victim. When I was doing Sports Illustrated, that's when he assaulted me. Jeffrey Epstein walked me into his office to be sexually assaulted by him.
The second he was in front of me, he pulled me into him, and his hands were just on me and didn't come off.
Former Sports Illustrated model Stacy Williams says that Donald Trump groped her more than 30 years ago in Trump Tower, with the later convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein watching and smiling in the room as it happened.
Then the hands started moving, and they were on the, on the side of my breasts, on my hips, back down to my butt, back up, sort of then, they were just on me the whole time. And I froze.
Williams has not spoken out about the incident extensively until now. And in her first on-camera interview, she tells CNN the most detailed accounting of the incident yet, alleging that in 1993, Epstein, who she was briefly dating at the time, brought her into Trump Tower.
This context made no sense because the hands were on me, and then he and Jeffrey just kept talking and looking at each other and smiling.
After leaving Trump Tower, Williams said that Epstein berated her for allowing Trump to touch her.
I just had this really sickening feeling that it was coordinated, that somehow the whole thing was, I was rolled in there like a piece of meat for some kind of weird, twisted game.
Soon after the encounter, she severed ties with Epstein and said she was unaware of the kind of predatory behavior that would come to light in later years. She also says she received this undated postcard from Trump delivered to her modeling agency by courier shortly after the incident. Stacy, you're home away from home. Love, Donald.
I felt sick to my stomach.
Williams says she did not tell anyone about the incident for over 10 years.
I felt a wave of shame, and I just couldn't think about it, face it, talk about it for a very long time. I put it in a little box inside of me, turned the key, locked it.
CNN has spoken to 3 friends of Williams to corroborate her story, who each said that she told them about the incident with Trump and Epstein in 2006, 2015, and 16.
Okay, so like they said this was an interview with CNN, which is a highly credible source, and they're spreading that all over the place right now. So if you hear people talking about Stacy Williams, that's what they're talking about, making claims that President Trump was involved with Epstein, and well, that she was escorted by Epstein to President Trump's office in Trump Tower, where he got to grope her while holding a conversation with Jeffrey Epstein. That's really nice. Next up, we got the last little bit of the news. This is Lefty's Losing It. This one's titled WNBA player demands more money, or players demand more money from league, losing $40 million a year. It's coming up next, but first we're going to hop in the chat, see what you hooligans think about Stacy Williams making these accusations. Russell, this is shit. Yeah, I think so too. I mean, it just doesn't make sense to come out and be like, oh yeah, 20 years ago this guy groped me. Like, it's just like the E. Jean Carroll thing. Zero, what a crock of shift. Yeah, absolutely. Snooks, then you should have reported it a lot sooner. I think so too. It's always dumb when these people come out, and it's always a hard situation because a lot of people who are victims of sexual abuse or anything like that, they don't just come forward and tattle on their aggressor and all that kind of stuff. You know, they live with it as long as they can before it actually comes out. So that's always a hard part of the situation, but to like keep it a secret for 20 years, it just starts sounding like bullshit. Pumpkin, Stacy Williams is a lying slut. It could be. It could be. Dennis, if it's not on film or you don't have the blue dress, shut up. And back to your pole dancing. Yeah. I think this was just an opportunity. You know, the Epstein stuff coming up, President Trump not wanting to release any evidence on it and stuff, and then even like turn his back on his base and all of that. And I think that lowlifes just saw this as an opportunity to, oh, let's get some asshole out here who's going to claim to be a victim and all this stupid stuff, especially with E. Jean Carroll being, you know, awarded and stuff. So I think that it's just an opportunist dream right now. Jay White, she's already making money off of this. Oh, absolutely. She's on CNN. Everybody knows about her now. She's probably got a GoFundMe going. Picture Dad as a man. I know she's lying. That's right, Picture Dad. Ghostly, yeah, it's pretty clear that she's acting. Known plenty of chicks that had shit happen before I knew them, and that's not how they talk about it at all. Yeah, definitely. Cheeky Chops, fucking liar. I know. Crickets, yeah, she's lying. I think so too. Cheeky Chops grabbed her by the candy paint taint. She wishes she'd have paid good money for that. Grabbed her right by the screaming goat. That's what happened. Meta, I wonder what Trump and Epstein talked about. Yeah, they should have asked her that. What were they talking about? What were they having such an engaging conversation that they kept it going while you were getting groped, you know? Plukester, so through 3 presidential elections, she's had nothing to say, but now she's got a whole story. Yeah, make it make sense. What's up, Ranger Danger? Happy Freedom. Plukester, yeah, totally credible. CNN for the win. That's what they were thinking when they got this interview. What's up, Parabellum? Happy Freedom to you. What's up, Xterra? Happy Freedom to you. I smell a gold digger. Yep, that's what it sounds like. What's up, Godzilla? Happy Freedom. Mr. Groper. Could you imagine that be your name? That totally sounds like a porno name. Billy, I bought her a drink at Hooters once. Well, you better be careful. She'll be telling stories about you next. I'm going to say you were there with your homeboy and you guys were just holding such an engaging conversation while she was just sitting there getting groped doing fucking nothing. just standing there taking it. I don't know. Fucking whatever. Anyways, getting beyond the sexual assault here, we got Lefty's losing it, and this one's titled WNBA players demand more money from the league that loses her $40 million a year. Now, of course, as Lefty's losing it, so you're going to hear a plethora of stories provided by Rita if they ever fucking get on the screen here. There we go. Hit that like button over on Rumble as well as the commie tube, and let's get into this.
It's time for Lefty's losing it. Let's start with the WNBA. They had a humorously named All-Star game this weekend, and the players all wore these absurd T-shirts saying, "Pay us what you owe us." Be careful there, ladies. Be careful what you wish for, because the WNBA loses $40 million a year. That's how much they lost in 2024, and that's with the Caitlin Clark effect, that boosted interest and attendance at games. But it seems the activists who dominate this league, and sadly the WNBA is a highly political product, sadly some of these ladies are economically illiterate. Here is Brittany Sykes holding up a sign that says, "Pay the players." They are paid, and their entire league is propped up by the NBA, by the men's competition, something that is lost on a lot of the players, including Nafisa Collier.
Put in the blood, sweat, and tears for the new money that's coming in, and so we feel like we are owed a piece of that pie that we helped to create.
New money coming in, but it's not enough to cover the costs. If these players understood basic maths, the T-shirts would be saying, "I owe the NBA money." And the WNBA players are often their own worst enemies. They are always, well, many of them are always playing the victim and engaging in political activism that alienates the majority of sports fans. And they suffer from delusions of grandeur. The sport is growing, but other than Caitlin Clark, most sports fans couldn't name a single WNBA player, and the brilliant Shane Gillis used that to his advantage when he was hosting ESPN's The ESPYs, the Excellence in Sports Performance Awards.
Four-time WNBA All-Star Brittany Hicks is here. Give it up for Brittany, everybody. I'm joking around. That's my friend's wife. I knew none of you knew WNBA players. That's crazy. You clap for that.
They did clap for that, an audience of sports stars and fans, and even they didn't know. Now to some happy news, and the unfunniest flog on television has just had his show cancelled. Yes, Stephen Colbert, the host of a show that was losing $40 to $50 million a year, a show that had a massive team of writers and producers and still managed to be painfully unfunny and nasty. Here is a little of Stephen Colbert through the years.
Donald Trump has been sworn in as President of the United States. I know. Listen, we're just as confused as you are. Joe Biden did it. I sat down and just started crying with relief. And Evie said, "You never have to talk about him again." And then I cried with joy. After a bizarre and vicious campaign fueled by a desperate need not to go to jail, Donald Trump has won the 2024 election. Next year will be our last season. Again. The network will be ending The Late Show in May.
And despite the fact that this catastrophe of a program with a dwindling audience was losing bundles of money, the left have somehow convinced themselves that Stephen Colbert was sacked because of Trump's dictatorial powers. This was some sort of a political hit job.
How long do all of the voices against this horrific administration have in terms of their careers and ability to make money? Because this madman, this mentally incapacitated, physically ill, mentally ill man is spiraling out of control. His dementia is out of control. His self-regulation, which he has none of to begin with, is missing.
Oh, poor Rosie. She really is a broken fool. It almost feels bad mocking her. Almost. Let's hear now from actress Jamie Lee Curtis, who also sees some sort of a conspiracy here. Apparently, it's all about shutting down dissent.
It's bad. He's a great, great guy. They just cut NPR and, public broadcasting. Yes, they're trying to silence people, but that won't work. It won't work. We will just get louder.
Oh, Jamie, you silly girl. As if the taxpayer, the American taxpayer, is obliged to fund the hard-left activism of PBS or NPR. But the most moronic rant goes to a dude who calls himself a Charlemagne. He actually calls himself Charlemagne the God. This is his fact-free, hysterical and diabolically stupid take. Hilarious, unintentionally hilarious, and what the kids call projection, because what he described there is in fact precisely what the left does, not the free speech loving right. Here is Charlemagne the God being schooled by Larry Elder a couple of years ago. This is my favourite clip of his. This is where he tries to race bait the Republican, and it does not go well for him.
In America, 60% of the shootings, robberies, and the homicides are committed by black people, often against other black people. You can't blame it on poverty. You can't blame it on racism. It is a breakdown of the nuclear intact family, and neither side is talking about it.
Let me ask you a question. What do white people do wrong?
What do you mean, what do white people do? I'm not worried about white people. I'm worried about what's going on with us.
But if there's systemic racism in this country, which we know it is.
No, I don't say there is. You say there is. I don't believe that.
Have you ever heard of the term wake-up call?
No.
It is an incident where a person of color forgets that they are of color and are reminded by an unexpected act of racism.
I'm acutely aware, Charlemagne, that I'm a black person, just as you are a black person. And when Joe Biden insulted you by saying, you ain't really black, we don't know whether or not you want to vote for me or vote for Donald Trump. And Joe Biden has lied for decades about his civil rights record, claiming that he desegregated movie theaters and restaurants in Wilmington, Delaware, when he didn't do any of that. And he came in here and told you aren't even black and let you think a certain kind of way. It seems to me that should have been a wake-up call for you, but it wasn't, apparently.
Yeah.
Now, the left is losing their teeny tiny minds over the brilliantly named alligator Alcatraz in Florida. The detention centre has been called a Nazi concentration camp. These people are sick, but they cannot come up with any concrete reasons why this facility is so heinous. The Washington Post tried, they revealed exclusively the horrors of illegal immigrants waiting to be deported, being fed meals of cold ham sandwiches. Someone called The Hague, but it was Democrat Congresswoman Demi Wasserman-Schultz who really exposed the true horror of this institution.
They essentially drink, they get their drinking water, and they brush their teeth, where they poop in the same unit. They bragged that they went above standards, supposedly, and gave them a 3-foot privacy wall.
So they poop in the same space where they brush their teeth. You mean like a bathroom, like every home in America, every home in the West has? Where is Debbie brushing her teeth? In the dining room? Let's bring in Newsweek's senior...
All right, so that's Rita there with lefties losing it. A bunch of lefties out there losing their marbles. Like I said, that is the last little bit of the news. We're going to get into the fun stuff. We're going to be opening today's door of the Advent Calendar sent by Tori Wayne. See what Klaus gets today. And then we got our 2 funny videos of the day. First one's titled Hunter Bidenoni, or Bidenoni. And then our official funny video of the day is titled Your Mom Has Competition. All of that's coming up next, but first we're going to read through the chat, see what you hooligans think about lefties losing it. Klaus Daniels sleeping in his box. I have to put his box on camera. You guys send him all this stuff, and then he goes and sleeps in a box. It's just the way cats are. Russell, they need to be fed meals of maggots? Holy... goodness, could you imagine? That's probably what they do in other countries. Not here, though. We give them iPhones and everything else. Zero Larry is awesome. Yeah, he was cooking them on the Breakfast Club. They're a bunch of losers over there on that, whatever that is. It's a radio station, I guess. Jay Spray, happy freedom to you. Rosie is only 63. Hate will eat you alive. Yeah, I didn't realize she was 63. I thought she was like in her 80s or something. Russell, Trump derangement syndrome is high with Rosie. Very high. She's got it real bad. Real bad. Stage 3 TDS. Russell, the dumbs will never learn. I know. All about their little feelings. DEFCON, no TP, gotta use your hand. Yep, gotta use the thumb. That's how it goes. Oh, you gotta use your socks first, but you know, we'll let them figure it out. Appeal to heaven, I feel COVID gave me gray hair. Then again, I'm 50. I have silver hair. You guys can't see it because the camera don't pick it up, but I get these silver hairs that like stand straight up, and I'm like a porcupine. You can only see my natural hair color, but I'm peppered. I'm peppered with silver hair. And I'm only 36, so I don't know. I think you're doing pretty good, Appeal to heaven. Rappy, if they would just self-deport, then they wouldn't have to worry about it. Yeah. Well, and that's the thing. How many chances can these people get? They already got to be here illegally. Then they've gotten to stay here illegally. Now we got a new president, and they can either be forced out of the country where they will never be allowed to come back ever again, or they could leave and then start their paperwork to come back for legal migration and be good to go. But they're being stubborn, and it's because they're believing the lies of the Democrats. What's up, Weston? Happy freedom. Patriot Dad, TDS is worse than COVID. Change my mind. Hate these idiots. I agree. That's what we need to enforce, a six foot rule. If you got TDS, you can't be closer than 6 feet to us. You might get punched in the face. That's how it goes. Kevin, she's monsters under the bed ugly. You are not wrong. She looks like something from Hellraiser. Jay White, yeah, you're right. She ain't got the sauce, the secret sauce anymore. Beck Frank, blame Trump again. Yep, Trump did it. Every day, Trump did it. Denner user calling BS. Shouting it from the rooftops. What's up, Campfire? Happy freedom to you. Belly ho to you. Kevin, you'd have to be pretty desperate to stick it in Rosie. I could never be that desperate. Never, ever. There's so many other things I would do before I ever stuck it in Rosie. You couldn't even get my dead wiener to do that, right? I'd be dead for 10 years, wiener meat just rotting off the body, and it still wouldn't make its way inside of Rosie. There's just no way. Meta, I'm physically ill from seeing Rosie now. Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. Ranger Danger, nah, not using my socks. Just going straight to the thumb. What's up, Crazy Times? Happy freedom. What's up, Master Meatball? Happy freedom to you. Master Meatball, PBS, NPR, do they have stock? I don't know if they're a part of the stock market. If so, their stock is probably plummeting. Parabellum, well, at least y'all have hair. I mean, for now I do. It's I don't think it's gonna be there forever. What's up, Alex King? Happy freedom. She was kind of hot in the Flintstones. What? Rosie O'Donnell? I don't think so. Let's see. We're gonna take a poll here. Not the same poll that Hyena Harris was taking, but just give me a second here. Where's my chapstick? I need something for this. Come on, what the fuck is this? I don't want to buy the dress she's wearing. Well, is there no boobies? Okay. I don't know. I don't think she's that hot. I think she looks like a dude there. I don't know. She ain't hot to me. Drop a 1 in the chat if you think that bigger picture on the top right corner there of Rosie O'Donnell is hot. Would you bang Rosie if we were in this time period? Drop a 1 for yes. Drop a 2 for hell no. So I don't know. I just can't. See, and then we got this. She looks just like the creature from Hellraiser. I can't show you because YouTube and Twitch is watching. Those platforms are softer than baby shit. But I wouldn't bang it. I wouldn't. Look at those shoulders. You can't tell me that at night when you got the lights off, that doesn't feel like you're next to a grown-ass man laying in bed with you. I just fucking can't. No. I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it. There's just no way. I couldn't do it. It almost makes my Audi into an innie on that point. Like, skip the sex change. It's just, show me a picture of Rosie O'Donnell. Holy fuck. Guess I'd rather jerk off with a cactus. I'd rather insert the cactus than do that. No thank you. Snooks, why use the thumb? For what? For wiping your butt when you ain't got no toilet paper. Gotta use the thumb, silly. We should make t-shirts that say that. Russell, use the 3 seashells. Yeah, exactly. Gotta use the seashells. What's up, Fry? Happy Freedom. Oh, I appreciate you being with us, Campfire. Kevin, put the flag over her and do it for the country. I'm just saying. I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it. Ghostly, I wear socks for a reason. Yeah. Got to, just in case. Fry, she looks like a dude in prison. Yeah. I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it. Everybody dropped 2s so fast that nobody wants to put a 1 in the chat because they're afraid of getting ganged up on. Ghostly, not even Bobby would fuck that. Yeah, I think you're right. I wish Bobby was here to tell us. Fry, I wouldn't let Rosie lick my back door. YouTube is going to punish us. I can just feel it. Defcon can't wait to hear the deathbed stories. God only knows. Appeal to Heaven, isn't Rosie flamboyant? I don't know. Maybe she is. I don't know. Is Rosie gay? Appeal to Heaven, I'm suing China for giving me gray hair. There you go. Wayward, I'd hit it for the right amount of money. How much money would it take? For me, 50 million. And I'd just put it in for 10 seconds and then rip it out like I'm starting a lawnmower. You just bam, like that. Make a quack sound really loud. About 50 million doll hairs. Yes, I think that'd get me about everything I need. And, you could take about $1 million hairs and then sue everybody who says that you stuck it in Rosie O'Donnell and claim that it's defamation of character. So there you go. It's a win-win. No, guess I'm not reading that out loud. It's too much for YouTube. J Spray, she moved to Ireland because it's easier to breathe through a potato sack. Oh my god. Holy. Ghostly, Rosie's so flamboyant, she's on a list. Why do you think she left the country? Yeah, I guess. She's probably on the island. I'm surprised nobody said that. I bet she was on the island. Wayward, you do it for 100K? Damn, son, that's not enough. I won't let you do it. I won't let you do it. You can't stick your wiener in Rosie O'Donnell for 100K. That's not enough. You need at least $1 million. I can't let you do that, buddy. Real friends don't let friends bang Rosie O'Donnell for less than $1 million hairs. That's all I'm saying. Put that on a t-shirt. A pumpkin, yep, she's gay and alone at this time, so go get her if you hate yourself. Yeah, exactly. Dennis, come on, they all look like movie stars at closing time. Nah, I'm good on that. Gosh, she just played a lover of another female in a remake of Sex and the City. Oh, yeah, I forgot. We covered a clips showing that. Now I remember in my memories that I was trying to just push down and store away from my conscious mind. I remember. Appeal to Evan, 100 million maybe, not 50. It's too low. I suppose. Ramsey, hell no. Ramsey, she's probably co-owner of the island. You're not wrong. Beck Frank, intervention for Wayward, yeah. Guess no, I couldn't do it. You couldn't make the room dark enough, okay? You'd still see her. It's just I can't fucking no. No, I couldn't do it. It glory hole or nothing, you know, that's it. That's it. Fuck. We should have talked about this on Saturday. You know, there's a lot more we could have said. Zero, what's sad is Rosie used to be funny way back when she was getting started. Yeah, Hollywood happened to her, I'm assuming. Russell, Rosie got corrupted. Yeah. And her user 10-foot pole sales would go up. Yep. Stock is rising. What's up, Burn Pile? Happy Freedom. Plukester, oddly, her body style resembles a potato sack. It's not good. It's not good. Just imagine what it smells like. You ever had like eel sushi? It's got to resemble that. What's up, Jim? Happy Freedom. What's up, Larry? Happy Freedom to you. What if you were blind and deaf? Would you make your mark? No. No, I wouldn't. I'd be a deaf and... What was it? Let me see. I'd be blind, deaf, and a virgin. That's how it would be. What's up, Rip Curl? Happy Freedom to you. Guess I'm at my age. I'd want to know if she could cook first. That's hilarious. She's probably got STDs that haven't even come out yet. Stop. Stupid. All right, reading through a little bit more. We're wrapping her up. Metal, no. Yeah. Yes. Kevin, come on, buddy. They're all pretty in the dark. You can still smell them with the lights off. This is a multi-dimensional issue. Not good. It's not good. Cheeky Chap says he's got first, though. All right, Hooligans, line up. Today's Rosie Day. Anyways, moving forward and the fuck away from Rosie O'Donnell and her stinky self. Like I said, we're getting into the fun stuff now, as if you weren't having enough fun already. We're going to be opening today's door of the Advent Calendar sent to us by Tori Wayne. Then we got our 2 funny videos of the day. And then, of course, we will be rating out over on Rumble after the Pledge of Allegiance, as long as I remember to do things in that order. But before we get into this, I want to remind you, Hooligans, if you would like to support the live to keep us running, you're welcome to use the links in the description in order to send donations. You can do that by using PayPal, Cash App, Stripe, Zelle, Venmo, Locals, Buy Me a Coffee, or you can even send crypto. Let's see what Klaus is getting today. Let's see. Getting through it. Advent Calendar sent to us by Tori Wayne. Today is day 10. It's a box of boxes. That's what they call mass graves of women. Anyways, today is day 10. You better get up here. Look, we got a red one. This is another one of these mice that's got like a realistic tail and a butthole. Ooh, it squeaks. Come here. Who's gonna be more annoying with this, me or you? You ain't got time. Why you keep looking down the hallway? There ain't nothing down there. The mouse is right here. Get up here, you wild animal. It's up here. I could never let you outside. You're just not smart enough to do things. Come here. You scared of the camera? Why you slow blinking me? I'm gonna snatch you up. The big gigantic. He's being shy today. So we're gonna put him all the way on camera. Say hello. No. Big old bobcat. Yes, look at Captain Beefy here. Yes. 17-pounder flounder. Yes. Ugh, look at the size. Big Beefy here. Big gigantic. Are you ready to play with your mouse here? What do you think? It's gonna get you. I heard it sympathizes with the stink bugs. What do you think? You don't know what to think about that? Touch your booty. 20 years from now, you're gonna be making claims against me. My daddy was groping my booty on camera. Either way, thank you so much, Tori Wayne. All right, hooligans, moving on to the funny videos here. All right. First one is titled Hunter Bidenoni.
Okay, first of all, I didn't know it was Parmesan cheese, all right? I genuinely thought it was Coke. But then one of the strippers grabbed a slice of leftover pizza and asked me where the Parmesan cheese was. So I had to tell them I kind of snorted all the Parmesan cheese the night before, and the bitches couldn't stop laughing. Every time I asked for a line, they would pass the friggin' Parmesan cheese and laugh at me. They even started calling me Bidenoni. Okay, first of all.
Damn, Bidenoni. All right, hooligans, getting into our official funny video of the day. And this has actually been sitting up in the queue list here for like 3 weeks. I found it. It was a good one. And I bookmarked it, and then I forgot about it. But I brought it back. This is titled, Your Mom Has Competition.
On a Sunday. Ain't no sleight of hand. Tell them haters, get out of here. No sleeves, no shirt, no problem. 3 glizzies. Oh, no. Where'd they go? Tell me I'm hiding them.
They're in your lungs, right? That's what everyone thinks.
Yeah. Oh, no. No, I swallowed them boys. No hot dog is no on a Sunday.
Holy. I don't even know what to say about that. Fuck. Anyways, that is all the coffee I had for you guys today. I'm going to grab this Linktree link really quick. I'm going to drop it in the chats. We're going to read through. And we got the Pledge of Allegiance coming up next. After the pledge, we are going to be raiding out over on Rumble, so don't leave just yet. What's up, Web Blanket? Happy freedom to you. Alright, hooligans, there's a Linktree link where all of my links are listed. So if you'd like to make donations, join membership programs, or purchase any merch, would really appreciate it. All of your guys' contributions keep us running every day except for Sunday, because we got to have a day to recharge those batteries. Definitely go join Discord. Discord is our free hooligan community. It's the best way to be notified every single time we go live. The hooligans are there, keeping the conversation going 24/7, and we have 2 news boards to keep you up to date with everything going on around the world. So definitely go join Discord. If you're feeling real saucy, go join jeffmaclive.com. Over on the website, it is the best way to experience the live. Our built-in chat has more ability than any other platform. You can post memes and GIFs and custom emojis and links and all kinds of stuff right there while watching the live. You also have access to Hooligans Alley, which is our private social media area. You'll have access to the forums, the arcade, and our advanced messaging system with the built-in group chats. So definitely go get yourself a membership for jeffmaclive.com. It's the home of the hooligans. Like I said, we're going to read through and we got the pledge coming up, and then we are raiding out over on Rumble. Russell, I can't read that out loud. Guess I'm retired glory hole worker. Is that who that was? I was just saying. Zero, no hot dog is safe from him. His stomach's going to hurt later. There's just no way. His stomach's got bruises. Guess stand tall. Let's see. Stand tall. No, it's Jeff Mack that we can thank because we now all agree that Rosie O'Donnell's a skank. That's right. Wise words of Guess there. Thank you so much, Patriot Dad, for that $5 donation over on Rumble. Really appreciate you, Patriot Dad. Thank you so much for the support. It says, thank you, Jeff and Snooks, for the news and mod. Much love to all of you hooligans and Klaus. Happy freedom to you, Patriot Dad. Hope you're enjoying your vacation. Thank you, Pumpkin. You're the bestest. Ramsey, Jeff just introduced us to his new bestie. Oh, I fucking wish. I wish. I ain't gay, but we got needs here. Kevin, he's not pooping tonight. That's what I'm saying. I bet the inside of his guts are bruised. Like, who taught him to inhale hot dogs? His uncle? Just fucking can't stop today. It's too much. It's too much. Pumpkin, he's going to have them in his lungs. He probably does. For the attacks and wow, less than 2 hours. That's rare. Yeah, well, they screwed us on our first video of the day here. I don't know. That's part of it. For the attacks, what an alpha male. Yeah, I don't know. Throwing those hot dogs, throwing them down. What's up, Free the Tex, and happy freedom to you. Goth, big baby. I know, Klaus Daniels, he is a big baby. Back Frank, the pug that I'm walking's looking for the squeaky toy. That's so funny. I think Klaus is afraid of it. Ghost, I thought you couldn't smell. I'm starting to be able to smell again because Giggling Spy got me these, like the smell training kit thing. You'd smell these 4 scents, whatever they are here. And I've been doing it for a long time. Like, it's got to be like 4 months now I've been doing it. And I can kind of smell things. I don't know if I can smell Rosie O'Donnell. I just assumed that I could. Thank you, MU. Appreciate you being with us. Thank you, Rappy. Enjoy the rest of your day. What's up, Draco? Happy freedom. Deport them all. That's right. Rappy, stay safe out there if you're having some bad weather. Meta, guys want to see girls do that? Yeah. Well, haven't come across a video like that yet. Nightbot just goes ham over on YouTube. Should probably make adjustments. Either way. Well, hooligans, it is that time once again. Please join me for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, we did the thing. Let's see who we're going to raid today. What is this? Oh my God, guess welcome to Hooligans Alley. Look at Klaus Daniels. Jesus loves us. Holy. What's up, Juan? Happy freedom to you. Juan's gonna tell me to go fuck myself because I posted a picture of him sleeping in the general chat. It was a long voice chat though. We were there till like 3:30 in the morning. Don't fall asleep first. That's how it goes. Let's figure out this raid. Frags live. Who did we raid last week? I can't remember who it was. Was it Rotella? I'm gonna have to take a gander. Do you guys remember who we raided on Saturday? Reading through the memes, did the pledge. Oh no, it was Darth Jason, wasn't it? Come on, load, fucking Rumble. Jesus, I'm trying to see something. I think so. I think it was Darth Jason we rated on Saturday. Decisions. Let's raid Frag, and then I think we'll do Cat Dog tomorrow if he's live, and then we will do Rotella. I think we'll do it like that. So let's raid Frag really quick. Frag has been live for about 14 minutes, so it's a good time. Good time to do the thing, right? Beck Frank, the pot smoking dude. Who are you talking about? You got to be more specific than that. Let's see. Oh, what'd I do? There we go. Brain. Let's raid Frag.
I can't even play in shoes. Bro, that guy is so old that it is almost impossible for him to play in regular, you know. I need to change my appearance though, don't I? Jeff Mack with the raid. Let me shut up. Let me let it go through. Jeff Mack, what's up, homie? What's going on? Get some in the building. Get you some. Shout out to Jeff Mack. How was your stream? I already know what you were talking about. Buddy, enter user with the W in the chat. Thank you very much. Please. Hey, one more time. Hey, Russell in the building. Zoomer. Shout out to y'all. Ghostly, what up, homie? Damn, Punkin, what's going on with you? Jay Sprays in the building. Zero Rugrat 60 sound like that. That's a wild name. Hey, what's up, Beck Frank? In the building. Keep it salty in the building. What up, homie? Look, if y'all could do me a huge favor, hit that like button if you're enjoying the stream. Hit that dislike button if you don't like a thing. Follow as well. Hit that notification bell. Hit that repost button as well so we can stay connected out this bit. Please. Oh my. Get those lights up. Man, how was your stream, dude? I already asked that. Let me get back into the game.
All right. That is Fragniac there. He's pretty cool. I like that he's got a little raid thing. I had to figure out how to do that. So then it's a little bit louder when we get raided. Either way, we're going to read through really quick. Another fantastic raid from you hooligans. Good job. Good job. Like I said, we're going to read through and we are wrapping this up. But we'll be live again tomorrow, 3 p.m. Eastern time for the very next Coffee with Hooligans. Back Frank. Yeah, I think it was Darth that we rated on Saturday. MU, have a problem-free night. I will try, MU. Thank you. Appreciate you being with us, Meta. Enjoy the rest of your day. Burn pile. Rosie probably smells like failure and disappointment mixed with armpit hair sweat. Good Lord. You're probably right. You're probably right. It probably smells like being on a farm. Alex King is 420 there. I see. I see. Ah, you're a good sport, Wad. All right, hooligans. It looks like we're good to go. Like I said, we will be live again tomorrow, 3 p.m. Eastern time for the very next Coffee with Hooligans. I appreciate all of you guys being here. Thank you for helping me cover the news, and thank you for helping me make the news suck a little less. Enjoy the rest of your day. Go find some good food. I'm going to try and do the same. We wrapped up early enough to where I can actually go to the grocery store today. Maybe I'll have some tacos or something like that. Eat some real food. I'm pretty excited about it. Either way, like I said, enjoy the rest of your night, but make your way back to us tomorrow, 3 p.m. Eastern time for the very next Coffee with Hooligans. Huge shout out to everyone that made donations, joined the membership programs, or purchased any merch. I really appreciate all of you hooligans, and I wouldn't be able to do any of this if it wasn't for you. So thank you so much for all your support, and I'll see you on the next live. Until then, stand tall, shine bright, and that's a wrap.